Collective, what's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Justice coming back at y'all with another collective read, another general energy read. Remember to take what resonates, and please don't make this fit. That's significant for somebody off the top. Thank y'all so much for 8K subscribers. I really appreciate y'all. It's been 20 days, I think, maybe 21. I don't think it's been 3 weeks yet. But it's been quick either way. I appreciate every like, comment, subscribe, every donation, every super thanks, every booking. I appreciate y'all so much. I send that just grace and love, support, encouragement back to each and every one of y'all. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get it started. Hope this finds y'all at a clarifying time. Angels, ancestors of the highest white light, please protect me and bestow upon me as I tap into the divine collective. Please provide me with divine insight and messages as to what they need to hear. Please, thank you, and Ashe. Clearing out clutter is significant. Clearing out clutter in some way, shape, or form, energetically, physically. Maybe your room, maybe your energy, maybe your aura, but maybe there's like a significance on opening up your auric field or opening up your energy field, opening up. Maybe this could be your room, like your house, your workplace, your workspace. Clear out the energies. You could have old energy lingering around. Significant for somebody, but good fortune is on its way. What I'm getting from that, you may need to declutter old things from your room. They can build up on old energy forms and build up old attachments and represent old cycles of behavior or thought patterns or experiences that may not be suiting your highest outcome. That's significant for somebody, but with good fortune on its way. That's why I was really sitting upon that and channeling that. It's a deeper message to that. You decluttering your space, like, sometimes when I was younger, especially after my mom passed, this may be significant for somebody. I used to keep my room kind of just like the same almost for a long time, and it built up a lot of patterns of just depression and old patterns of lack and just limited thinking without me really being consciously aware of it. This is significant for somebody because whether it's your workplace, whether it's just something in your basement, whether it's your room, like just old things that you're not using, not touching, not even looking at, you can probably get rid of it, or somebody else can maybe use it if you dust it off, clean it off. Whether, I'm not saying your things are dusty, I ain't trying to come for nobody, don't come for me, please. That's significant for somebody. But meant to all that from that one card. I wasn't meant to take anything else, but with the hangman position, I'm getting like a newness from that. Like hangman usually represents like being put in a new position unknowingly, but I think this is like the opposite. I think this is exactly like this will bring balance, a justice to your situation, to declutter, whether it's energy forms, whether it's thought patterns, whether it's people, whether it's places, whether it's cord attachments, whether it's actual rooms or like spaces, like energetic spaces, like decluttering old closets of things or old dressers that are old and decrepit, or like just that old dresser from your childhood, that you don't need. That's significant for somebody to just let go of things, to really clear out things, maybe do a yard sale, something like that. Let go of projections of you. They're only illusions. I'm feeling like an energetic kind of thing with that. If you're going under energetic attack or some type of energetic kind of cording to maybe trauma, past trauma, maybe going through present circumstances that are centered around self-worth and things like that. You may be finding challenges, or if you are, or coming out of those challenges with like kind of self-worth issues, or like, especially when it's centered around like how you were treated. That's significant for somebody. With the let go of others' projection, like energy clearing. Like I'm getting like on a general level, maybe like a collective energy I'm getting. Like there's a need to clear out all the old. There's a lot of new changes. There's a lot of transformation that's happening at this time. Maybe that's just significant. Watching out for temptation, and what I'm getting from that is like a past temptation, anything from the past. Like, not anything. Like, it doesn't mean everything's bad. It's almost like things that don't serve you is very insignificant. Some people are coming into like relationships, unions. This could be not even relationships. This could be spiritual agreements, physical agreements, business partnerships. This can be contracts with associations with businesses. You name it. anything that requires a mutual, energetic, mutual kind of contracted understanding, agreement, so to speak, whatever you call it, relationship, business, idea, whether it's a project, whether it's going to school, you're signing a contract, energetically and physically. Significant for somebody to understand that on a soul level, not only a physical level, the energy is still there on an unseen level as well, which is why people can like that sell your soul thing is so generalized. Like, this is significant for somebody. Like, that's so generalized because people don't understand what they're fearing. You know, what you're fearing is something, you're attaching yourself energetically to something that you have no control over, but it has control over you. That's significant for somebody to understand it. People's lies and smear campaigns are backfiring. What the fuck is new? With that, I don't think I'm being guided to like exactly overthink over that energy. I don't think I'm being guided to even go into that because that's a limited way of thinking. Like, that's significant for somebody. Don't even waste your time. You can spend all day in your head trying to think of scenarios or think of things, or just trying to understand and wrap your head around certain experiences or people or ways of just treatment, whatever it is, right? It's just important to let that go. A tall male is significant. You may be a tall male. You may be a tall woman. You may be in your heavy masculinity right now, or there's a need to be, or there's a need to, maybe you're, whoever I'm picking up on, maybe you're more prone to being your masculine energy, woman or man. With the Five of Pentacles energy, I'm gonna wait on that. I need confirmation on it. With the World card followed by that, I feel like you need to close out old cycles with limited belief systems, people, limited ways of being, to open up a new chapter in your life that may bring a lot more fulfillment in whatever way that means. You'll know what that means because this is usually a confirmation, because this is the help on its way. This is the confirmation that you're probably on the way to do that, or you're contemplating doing things like that, making shifts like that. This is your confirmation that you are ascending, and this is probably a reflection of that, so to speak. You coming to these stalemate positions, or like balancing decisions, you know, and in between transitional periods of your life, not really knowing where you're going to step at, but you know where you want to step. You know that you want to align with your greatest step. You know that you want stability. You want not your way, but you want to be able to be yourself and live and express through your way of living, whether that's through your spiritual mission, whether that's through your mission with God, however you look at it, your own mission with yourself, your higher self, whether you got a different mission. Everybody's just different. Whoever I'm tapping into, that's significant to really kind of maintain that assurance of faith at this time, especially when you don't know what step you're going to take next or how you're going to take the step, but you know kind of what you want to do in terms of trajectory. This is spiritually and energetically speaking, because it's so many different scenarios for so many different people. But like I said, they kind of revolve around the same ideas in terms of esoterically for all of us. A lot of us going through these karmic situations or transitional periods in our lives and shifts, usually the same lessons, same type of ordeals that we can help each other out. That's significant. With this Four of Swords, there's a significant need to take action to defend and stand your ground amidst controversy, amidst resistance. This resistance can be physical resistance from maybe just worldly things like bills. You know, we got to pay bills. Maybe you have to move out. Maybe money issues. Maybe, you know, maybe you're trying to go to school, leave school, you know, maybe you're deciding on leaving a house, a relationship. You know, there's a need to stand on that belief, that conviction, and whatever you're being guided to. And it's a confirmation for somebody. With any fake people that you need to cut off. You maybe have gone through gang stalking. You may have gone through a lot of people just talking about you. You know, not really understanding. I'm getting that kind of vibe. Not really understanding what you own, kind of what's your point, like what you're doing, like what's your point. A lot of people, like when you're going through a lot of these shifts and changes, it's hard for people to kind of, especially people that are more physically minded, it's very hard for somebody to validate what you're doing, especially if you're spiritually minded or you're psychologically gifted. It's very hard to understand that somebody's going through training or initiation processes. What the fuck are you talking about? You know what I mean? So there's probably a need, I guess, to not, you don't gotta explain yourself to nobody. Especially protect your peace and make sure you're handling your business. That's also something. Don't just go about this shit and use it as an excuse like, oh, Mercury fucking retrograde, this is why I'm acting like this. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's significant for somebody. Many past people regret how they handled you. What I'm getting from that, we're not focusing on that energy. With the Five of Swords energy, we're focused. I think this Five of Swords energy is for you, for us collectively, for us to be in this kind of not win at all cost energy, but very hyper driven into alignment, not really focusing on what else, like other exterior factors at this time, because they're not gonna really stop what God's final ultimate kind of thing is for you, especially if you're aligning yourself the best way you can through what I call like that dark tunnel, when you don't really have nothing but that speck of light to see, energetically speaking, or to be feeling. Everybody has different ways of seeing, feeling their gifts, hearing their gifts. Everybody's different, right? But you still have to have that, back to what I was saying originally, that unknown, like that unwavering faith at this time, to know that things are going to work out fine, and rest back for Swords energy and really relax on the fact of the matter that you will be okay. And I'm also getting to kind of, there's a need for practicality and spirituality to be balanced. Not, these are all spiritual concepts that I just spoke about, 1111, but also, I guess with this next part, there's a need for the practicality to show itself as well. There's a need for balance. So if you're doing a lot of, if your head's in the clouds, you need grounding. You probably need to really get outside. You probably need to really do something that stimulates your creativity or stimulates your open mind, your consciousness. Nature can stimulate your consciousness because it submerges you into its presence. That's significant for somebody, just for the perception. You don't have to go into nature. It's the perception of why we do it. It connects us to source easiest. They fear your power. This is a mental thing. People fear you understanding your power. This is a collective thing. Why do you think people would fear your power? You kind of, it's not them waking up, like you waking up to being fucking Superman. Somebody may be like that. I don't know. The possibilities are limitless, but it's more like they don't want you to, you'll basically be out of control of a system. If a mass population of people go their own separate ways, then what's the point of a business entity or organization that capitalizes off of a mass group of people co-assimilating itself to enjoy their product? That's significant for somebody. It's all perception. So the need of control, you have to understand the need for control and why there's a need for control. The whole cause and effect of supply and demand, it can psychologically teach you persuasion and manipulation. That's significant for somebody. Those laws, those kind of like concepts behind a merchant, behind a salesman, behind a businessman, those are some of the most powerful people always in any generation, because the resources they can create for themselves through those things and through those concepts. This is significant for somebody. With the Queen of Swords energy, it's a perceptual awareness and a prowess to have. Back to what I was saying, distractions are significant, but it's a perceptual prowess that you need to have to even understand the practicality side of things. But that's what the spiritual gifts help us with, right? The empathy to understand and feel for, like, I don't want to be like that crooked ass, selfish ass, greedy person, right? But I need to understand why he is like that, to understand what I can do with my gifts. And that's just a small, generalized, vague-ass example, right, of a bigger theme that's significant for somebody to just think about it like that and empower yourself through it. You don't have to play slave to some system, and I'm not calling people slaves. That's not what that is. Some people are openly, you got to do what you got to do either way. Like I said, there's practical things that balance this system out. You got to pay bills. You got to make money to a certain extent. You have to provide for yourself if you want to survive. So don't, I guess there's a need for, don't demonize, wealth. Don't demonize just because of people, what they do with these things. Don't demonize certain qualities. Don't demonize, the social, like, just certain things that you assume to be stereotypically a certain way. Don't demonize that, because you'll probably be able to learn from it. That's significant for somebody. Forgiveness is your energy flow, your key to energy flow and ultimate peace. Also your key to learning a lot of things to integrate within yourself. You can learn a lot of things that you get angry about. You can learn a lot of things from what you get angry and triggered about. You have a star energy. A lot of people get angry and triggered about you. That was really for y'all. Distorted femininity, exactly. There's something about that. You make people kind of, it's a worthiness thing. It's almost like people want to feel more worthy than you. You come off real confident. You come off like you bold. Come off like you better than everybody. That's kind of what I'm like picking up on, but it's not like you trying to be. You just come off like that. But when you got a confidence, it can come off like cockiness. Some people can get that fucked up because you look stuck up already. You already looked at the image. And so you act in a certain way, not giving off too much of yourself. Sometimes people can just think that that's playing into their narrative. They're not consciously aware of that's the narrative, but that's what it is. They only have a limited scope and view. So whoever I'm channeling into, it's like people have a limited scope of view of yourself because you probably mirror people based on your comfortability with them on an energetic level. That's an empathy thing. That's an empath thing. Whatever I just said, that's a Heyoka empath thing. Mirroring for self-preservation and safety of your own energy. Your power is seen and felt by many. So with people that try to kind of come really close towards you with bad intentions, that's kind of a concept that a lot of empaths can really naturally do. Those that reach out right after return to senders are your hidden perpetrators. I think you're kind of cutting the grass, so I'm picking up on. You're really getting rid of a lot of things that were in your way. Many powerful people are mentioning your name in rooms that you've never been in. I'm getting like your abilities are being seen, or they're meant to be seen, whoever I'm picking up on. Your abilities will be seen. Not only are you a miracle, but one is on its way to you right now. People come against, you and try to make you the bad guy and try to put you in this self-imposed imprisonment about yourself. I hate creases. You may be I'm not a clean freak, but I can be OCD-like with perfectionism. That's significant. You may be a perfectionist. But with this Eight of Pentacles, they wanted you to be in your head about yourself. They wanted you to be in a self-imposed imprisonment about either your truth, your art, your gifts, or your beliefs. Because your art, your truth, your gifts, abilities, you are needed in this world, whoever I'm picking up on. It's not you, it's your approach to the situation. This is my alchemist, my master alchemist card. You have the ability to alchemize this situation and give grace to even your enemies, give grace to even those that hurt you, give grace to those that didn't see you. Give grace to just yourself that didn't see others. Give grace to yourself that made the mistakes that didn't see yourself. Give grace to yourself that forsaken yourself. Give grace to yourself that lost yourself. Give grace to yourself that part of yourself that didn't think he was worthy or she was worthy. Give grace. You got to, and you got to forgive. Those are the most important parts, because the reflections you see outside of yourself reflect what you're not forgiving or not seeing within. Significant for somebody. You were underestimated and they all know it. It's a psychological thing. It's not really something that your energy is supposed to present itself. That's significant for somebody to not confront so much. I'm picking up on you may be combative. This may be for a few people. Maybe a little combative with a lot of people that question you. I was a lot coming out about my truths and how I looked at things, A lot of people, I got a lot of controversy, but I reacted a lot because I felt like, I'm not this because I'm saying this. I'm just saying how I feel. But it's not like I came off like that. I'm coming off like a madman. You know what I mean? That has this kind of extraordinary kind of energy that, that shadow side of us can kind of come out and can scare people. That's significant for somebody to not be combative towards controversy, to be understanding and learn from what that can say about certain parts of your shadow and certain parts that you can integrate even more from maybe other people's weak points that they can give out in terms of their vulnerability towards you. That's where the controversy is. If you bring out vulnerability in people, your truth, whoever I'm picking up on, like an artist of some kind, maybe a truth. Because, when me dropping my kind of art, I was very controversial to a lot of people. Seen as controversial, still am. With black magic being thrown, significant that when people speak against you and try to Nine of Swords you, put you in a Nine of Swords, a hopelessness state, that's probably your biggest point, your biggest test by the Most High. Are you going to fold? Do you really believe in yourself? Do you believe in your idea? Because that's your time to shift a timeline. Or it's a time for them with playing robbery to take your gifts or to take your light, to take your peace, to take some type of structuring from you that you may have built up. And if you're not confident enough when it comes towards you or when resistance comes towards you, it may just trample you. And what happens with that? You lose that. whether that's the confidence to stand in that power or whether that's the gift itself. Because God's testing you. It's a setup. Exactly. Are you going to stand in your power with King of Swords, head over heart? Or are you going to fold into that Empress in reverse, to these Empress in reverse energies, so controlling, conniving people that just want to take your light from you, or your peace, or your life. So in some cases, that's significant for somebody. 707, as I said, that you're a god or a goddess. There's a lot of currency behind you. With the Wheel of Fortune, it always turns in your favor because you always had generational wealth in your life from the jump. That's what's known. That's significant for somebody. Whether it was your gifts activating, whether it's your ancient DNA activating, whether it's like there's an awareness you have of somebody having a different presence, a different aura from the jump. And I had to learn that, because the person that's not going to be aware of that is the person that's not experiencing themselves. They're experiencing you. That's why whoever I'm picking up on, you got to understand your role and to understand that you are a teacher, especially when you have a lot of people that come for you. You're a karmic teacher. So call your power back from all those that cling to it. Exactly. And you're teaching others to do the same, that may be in pity parties about you, how you do them, because they were energy vampires. And not how you do them. That's how they feel. That's significant. That's how somebody feeling. That's a channel energy. You know, how he do me like that, how she do me like that. When they was probably talking that shit behind your back, doing all type of crazy shit. That's significant for somebody. With that Four of Pentacles energy, now they want to be frugal and possessive over you. Man. There's a need to be in a very empowered state, or empowering yourself, or be confident, be bold, to be yourself at this time. You're doing your thing, you're doing the right thing. Success is going to naturally follow you as you take on these new ventures with the Ace of Pentacles and to walk in your empowerment, exactly, Emperor energy, man or woman. You vibrate on too high of a frequency, and new levels, new devils. This is like an ascension video. This has been an ascension. Like you're going through whoever I'm picking up on, you've been ascending. Everything you lost is returning back to you times 10, like in a redemption story. Or maybe it's not a redemption story. Maybe you overcame obstacles. Maybe that's your redemption. Maybe, but whoever I'm picking up on different people. Maybe you got knocked the fuck down. Like I got knocked the fuck down and I'm coming back up. That could be significant for somebody else. You know, the color red may be significant because that just shocked me. I just saw something out the blue. But shit, this color red could be significant. Damn, collective. I got ended off again. Video cut off twice. So I think I'm just going to end it off with that one because I think the Spirit said those messages were sufficient. So I'm going to end y'all off right there. I hope y'all liked and enjoyed. I hope it resonated. If it did, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate all the bookings. I'm getting busy on that as we speak, but I love reading y'all's comments and I love just interacting with y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. And I'm gonna send y'all off on that note. I'm gonna take a break for the rest of the time period because Spirit is on my ass about that because I don't fucking listen, you know. But that's significant for somebody. Take a break. You're going through an ascension. And I love just, you know, being a part of it with the collective. Ascending right along with y'all. But I'm going to send y'all off with this one. It's your boy Justice. Peace out, YouTube.